live, uncut, unedited. Live, uncut, unedited.
All right, people. Y'all notice
Tell
what
the
we
truth and
and what?
shame the devil.
That's what we do.
Tell the truth and shame the devil.
All right. That's what we do. We coming on in live, uncut, unedited. Again, we thank you for tuning in. Thank Facebook family for being so supportive of this live, uncut, and unedited segment. Appreciate you guys. Appreciate my YouTube family. Hey, we making it happen. This is how you build something from the ground zero. And when you build something and you have a solid foundation, you can withstand the storms. But if you build your house on sinking sand, it will always cave in. All right, people. Appreciate you for coming in. This is definitely live, uncut, unedited. And I got about an hour, people. The time is now 10:49. And I'm going to stay on about an hour to talk with you guys. And again, we're going to open up the mic for any discussion. Well, basically, I definitely want to talk about Brittany Griner first. That's the first thing I definitely want to talk about. She's been released today with an exchange for a Russian arms dealer. So U.S. did trade, so you can't tell me what America can't do. They make the rules. They can change them as long as they go and break them. All right. Definitely live, uncut, unedited. All right, let's see what we got in this thing. Janet, what's going on? I see you. Sharice, I see you. I see you. I see you. Carmen, I see you. Is that Cornelius? I see you. My YouTube family showing up tonight. That's what I'm talking about. YouTube, y'all showing out tonight. Y'all showing out tonight. I had a busy day today, people. We had, well, actually, those guys, they had a protest. I see somebody calling in already. Had a protest earlier today on 63rd and Halsted. I was called out to get some footage. I'm glad I was able to out there. I do have some drone footage, so I'll probably put that up tomorrow in a reel or something. But it was interesting. And what the brothers were saying, it was all men. Hold on, caller. Hold on. I got you. Got to turn it down. You have to turn your Facebook down. You have to turn it down before you even speak, okay? 9433. You have to hold on, okay? Hold on. Wait. Okay. All right, hold on. All right. So you still can hear me. I got you on mute, caller, but you still can hear me. All right. So Trey Ray, what's going on? Vicky. All right, Bertha, what's going on? Said Brittany is not infected. They should have checked their Russian. Okay. All right. Let's see what somebody's got. Martin, when can you post? Okay. Martin, when you post, can you please put titles? Too many times people in the comments are asking what's going on. What is this about? They're going to ask that even when I put the titles up there. They do it. I can't comment. Listen, I can't narrate everything. Some things you just have to watch and see. I spoil you guys. I understand when I go live and tell you what's going on. Some things like the police press conference, the briefing. If you read the title, you'll know what it is. But most of the time, sometimes I don't have a title. I have to go live ASAP. So maybe I'll try to do a better job than that, James Brad. I'll try to do a better job of that. What's up, Brian? I see you. I'll try to do a better job doing that because people, they come in, man, I can have the title up there. That's why you keep hearing me saying live, uncut, live. I have to keep repeating myself because more people are constantly coming in the video and we have to fill them in. And sometimes it's too time consuming to keep repeating. Some people check in for three seconds and they're out. Then they come back in. Then they're out. Then they come back in, you know. It is what it is. Now I understand. I understand. I understand. Art Lewis, what's up, Art? What's going on, people? What's going on? All right, I got a caller, people. I'm gonna take my caller. All right, caller. Where you calling from, caller? Come on, caller.
I'm calling. I'm calling from Chicago.
All right, come on. Talk to us.
I
Talk to us.
just wanted to say I've been reading all the negative comments, and I'm glad Brittany home. Hey, Biden should have been had Brittany home.
Okay.
She should have been home. And if they had to trade a Russian to get her home, then he was supposed to be did that. He
Mhm.
was supposed to wait until almost it was election time to get her home.
Well, you know why they gave her up. Do you know why, sister? Do you know why?
Well, I think they gave her up because they really needed their Russian back over there, right?
Of course. Yeah, he's an arms dealer. So
Right.
it's a swap for a swap.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Right. So they had to swap her to get him.
Yeah.
But I'm just thanking God she made it home safe, and I'm praying to God that she don't go back over there.
Don't she got a wife over there or something like that? I'm not
So
sure.
her wife is here, I believe.
Oh, okay.
Right. I'm not sure neither, Martin.
I'm not sure.
I
I'm
gotta
just
do my homework on
right.
it, but I'm right. I'm just glad she's back home. So I didn't read all of the negative comments they from their family members in jail. Hey,
hmm
it ain't their time yet,
Right.
but it was time for her to come home.
Hey,
That's all I gotta
Marcus.
say, Martin.
Okay, Marcus Bradley, call in, my brother. That's another one of my good brothers, Marcus Bradley. Call in. I got a new caller, y'all. We
All
want to see
right.
what they you don't have to hang up if you want to. It's on you. We're gonna be on here for about an hour. And that's it.
Okay.
Hour. I'm doing an hour tonight.
Okay.
Okay. Hey, new caller, where you calling from? 3268.
Hey, what's
Go ahead.
what's going on, Martin? This is Roosevelt
Oh,
from the Southwest
oh,
side.
Mr. Roosevelt,
This is Rose.
my Masonic brother. How you doing, my
Oh,
brother? Yes. Okay. Hey, brother, how you doing?
I'm doing good.
Oh, that's good. That's
I
good.
am doing great. I mean, it's good to see. It's good to see that you are on. And before, I was getting ready to do my broadcast
Uh-huh.
about like the same thing.
Right.
Only difference is, I think in between, like, and I just hope that none of your people get mad at me. But if they do and everything, sometimes, I'm gonna say what I'm gonna say. I really don't care
Mm-hmm.
because my thoughts is just gonna be my thoughts.
Right.
And it might be good that she's coming home,
Mm-hmm.
but at the same time, I feel that if we had a stronger president, because Biden is weak as water, that
Okay.
she shouldn't have done anything unless it was 2-for-1. They went and got her out, and she actually really did something because
Mm-hmm.
she broke one of their laws. Compared to a man who has been sitting over there for over 4 years, and he's claiming that he didn't do anything. So, how are they going to, and that's something that I hate about this particular country. It just seems like, no matter what it is you did and everything, I mean, look at you and everything, doing a whole lot of good stuff in the community. A whole lot of people don't even know your name, but some kind of stupid athlete, they always want to uphold and always want to put on some type of pedestal and everything. So they leave the man who is actually the Marine and the hero over there, and yet they bring home the athlete. I mean, what kind of justice is that? I don't get it.
I never looked at it like that,
I
Roosevelt.
don't get it.
I never looked at it like that. I never looked at it like that. Now that you said that,
So everybody's acting like this is such a good thing, and and she actually really did something. She broke one of their laws, brought marijuana to their country. Which, if she's been playing over there for over 7 years, she should have known that this was wrong in the first place. But then she admitted to it. But this guy's fucking said that he didn't do anything. He's been sitting there for over 4 years. But yet she only been sitting for a couple of months, and they act like it's so bad.
mm,
And I really believe the only reason, I don't want to really say. I'm not going to try to get too kicked off of YouTube. I'll risk myself
Go ahead,
in my show.
speak the truth.
No, let him go, baby. Let him talk. No, if he
certain things I'm not going to say
right,
because I'm not going to get. I don't want to get you in trouble.
Right.
With
Appreciate.
YouTube.
Thank you.
But everybody knows. I'm just going to put it like this. Everybody knows what she likes.
Mhm.
So that's the only reason how come I feel that she is being released. It's because this particular community of what she likes is the one that's cheering and celebrating this whole darn thing.
Mhm.
But I mean, it's not doing me any good. Because if it were me or you who went to another country and acted the fool, we wouldn't have anybody to sit up and speak up and, have justice for us. Me or you would still be sitting there. But the so-called dumb athlete who did something incredibly stupid gets released. I don't get it.
Mm.
Oh, I'm sorry about
Well, let me ask you a question, Roosevelt.
My broadcast.
Roosevelt, let me ask you a question. So are you upset that she's been released?
I think that they really should. In a way, I am, because I really believe that they should have got the other guy first, because he's been sitting there for over 4 years and he has like all kinds of health problems and everything. And even this guy said and stuff that when they interviewed him, he says that he felt that was wrong and everything. He said that how can they go and pick her and everything over me or something? I've been here over 4 years or stuff. My bags are packed. I mean, I want to go home too. And then her so-called person, I'm not going to say, the W word,
right?
Says something. Well, we gonna speak up and get him out too. She's a lie. And once BG is home, they're gonna go and forget about that man was even there. Only thing that they were thinking about this whole time was just low down, stupid, ignorant, selfish selves.
Okay. Hold it right there, Roosevelt. 872-299-0808. If you want to call in and make a comment, again, 872-297-6389. If one line is busy, tied up, you can always call 872-299-0808. This is live, uncut, unedited, unscripted. Hey, we just letting it flow. We're doing it with a little respect now. There's certain things that we cannot say on social media, so we cautious what we say now. Sometimes it slips out, but hey. Right.
So, brother, you saying the reason why because of what she liked. That's why she came home.
Yeah, because Korean Jean-Pierre, whatever the heck her name is, that's exactly what she said. Well, the people in the LGBT community are all happy about this. This is the main group of people that she brought up. So, I mean, what is that saying? And it's just a shame that, we can't say certain things on social media. But like I said, I risk myself. I'm not going to risk Mark Martin.
Right.
I got too much love and respect to do that. I'm a clown on my own show.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
You have to be careful about what you say then, because it seems like that's such a sensitive topic. I mean, and I don't really, sometimes I really don't always get it, because, I mean, it's not like we're talking about somebody's race or disability. Martin knows I'm a disabled person.
Mm-hmm.
I'm legally blind and slightly deaf. Someone can go and mistreat me and nothing will ever be said about it. I mean, somebody mistreated me the other day when I was up there trying to, get my state ID renewed. Nothing was done about it. But if somebody says something about somebody's so-called, let's just say, preference or whatever, then all of a sudden, they got a whole lot of everything to say about it. And I mean, what's the big deal? Only thing it is just nothing but what somebody likes in the privacy of their own bedroom, nothing less, nothing more. So what's the big deal? I don't get it. I'm not getting it. I mean, sometimes at 48 years old, this is how sometimes I'm so glad I don't have any children, because I would not want to raise children in a country the way that it is now. This country is going to hell in a handbasket.
Well, listen, I gotta agree with you. I hate to agree with you, but I definitely gotta agree with you on that. You told the truth and what?
Tell the truth and shame the devil.
Because we have gone. We calling wrong right and right wrong. This is terrible. Again, people, 872-297-6389. Feel free to call in. We're here for about another 45 minutes. People, call in 872 297
I got a vote.
63. What'd you say, Sister Aiden?
I got a vote.
Go ahead, sister.
I got to totally agree with him. I mean, right is right, wrong is wrong.
Yeah,
He
you know.
Biden should have got both of them. What he's saying is Biden should have got 2 for 1, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. But Biden, he's weak as water, and a whole lot of black people are stupid enough, I'm gonna say it, to give him his vote. And he is the main one who said that he was going to push LGBT rights hard. Nothing that's going to help black people. No talk about reparations or punishment for police or anything. Everything is to keep abortion legal, Obamacare, can't use that word either. But let's just say the shot and LGBT rights, that's all he ran on. And black people gave him this vote, and we didn't ask for anything for us. That's the problem.
Mm-hmm. Wow. This deep, people.
And we learning.
It's deep. You know what? This is an information highway. You know, on this live, one thing you're gonna learn about this live. Now, we all know about crime, but you're gonna learn other things too as well on this live. We're not just about crime, it's about other things as well. So hey, we learn from each other. The scripture said iron sharpens iron. So that's what we're doing. We're sharpening each other up. We're making each other aware of what's going on. And the brother he made a great point. I didn't even look at it the way he looked at it. And I understand now. You know, here's a person was a soldier, a military man. And we can't free the military men. They're the ones that fight for the country. You know, hey, it is what it is, people. Right. Again, 872-297-6389. People, I need somebody to call on in, so we can talk. I appreciate the ones that's in the messenger box, but I need you guys to call in, preferably some new callers. I mean, that'll be nice. We don't bite. We're not going to bite you or nothing like this. This is live, uncut, unedited. Y'all heard the brother. He's upset about what happened. He felt like that the man, the soldier, the former soldier, whatever, he should have been released, or we should have had 2 for 1. And I don't think that was a bad idea.
He's a Marine.
He's a Marine, okay.
Yeah.
He's a Marine. Okay.
And what is she? He sacrificed for his country and everything. What has she done? He's a Marine. Ball hoop. So a basketball hoop. As dumb as a box of rocks.
Well,
he's a Marine.
Well, Linda said that, but do your research before speaking against choices. He made an irresponsible decision while traveling and was held. Like she didn't make one either. She made a bad decision too.
She made one too. I mean, at least one thing about it is, they didn't catch him with marijuana oil in his suitcase. And the thing is, she admitted to it later. This is not something that, someone snuck in there or whatever, or the marijuana or the hash oil or something grew legs and snuggled up in her suitcase. This is something she admitted to putting in there. She admitted it. At least he don't admit nothing. So you see how everybody's trying to shift the blame, how everybody's trying to put everything on him, how he made an irresponsible decision or a stupid decision, but everybody's not talking about what she did.
Wow.
So, hey, listening is a skill, and I appreciate you for saying what you said. Because like Mark said, there's no wrong answers at all.
Somebody said that Marcus Bradley said she also separated herself the same from identity as a U.S. citizen. Oh, wow.
Yeah, she did. So she's one who also hates this country. So why are we having dance across America, but it's total ignorance, stupid.
Hey, Brother Roosevelt. Linda Harper Williams said
Mhm.
he is considered a spy. Totally different protocol from a political perspective. But he's a soldier. If he's considered, I mean, that's what soldiers do. They spy, they kill, they defend, fight for their country. That's what soldiers supposed to do.
Something, at least when he was questioned by them, at least he's claiming not to do it. He said that he wasn't guilty of doing it. They're just trying to blame him. But she actually admitted to, this is something that I did. There was evidence behind it. She admitted it.
Wow.
Somebody said he was doing his job. Go ahead, Roosevelt.
When she first went to jail, I didn't feel sorry for it. I didn't feel sorry for her at all. Because that's the worst thing that they ever could have done, even in this country, especially in Chicago, is legalize marijuana. Now you see people smoking it just on the street. I mean, if I had a country or something like that, I think I'd be stricter than Russia. I'd lock you up for 10 years just for being in possession of a cigarette.
Mm.
They did that. Brother Roosevelt, they did that just to make more money, make more revenue. That's why they did that. And they figure like, since the gas was on the street making the money, why not they get it? But money is the rule for all evil.
This is.
She broke one of their laws. She did something wrong. But then everybody's just so glad. Everybody's talking about how this is a wonderful day and all of this other kind of stuff. Well, me, I don't think so.
Well, you know, in this country, we idolize celebrities and athletes and things like that. So, you know, they get paid way more than school teachers. They get paid way more than school teachers.
And that should not be, because a school teacher is actually serving a purpose in teaching children how to read or write or whatever it is. What's the athlete like her doing? Absolutely nothing except throwing the ball through a hoop just to enrich themselves and not caring about no one else.
Yeah, Brother Roosevelt, I bet you she won't go back over there no more.
Of course not.
Yeah, that you Roosevelt.
And I think the main reason why she did that in the first place is only because she thought she wouldn't get caught. I had another friend of mine tell me, well, maybe she did it because she didn't know their laws. There's no way that you have played ball over in their country for 6 to 7 years and not know something about their laws. And even if you didn't, before you go to a place that you've never been, I think that you need to look up the laws in that particular country. But of course, you know, this is an athlete. This is someone who's not so smart, like, you know, the rest of us, you know. So obviously, I guess she missed the memo in order to do that. You know, me and you might do something like that, you know, but not her.
So you think she ever?
She must have didn't get the memo.
Roosevelt, do you guys believe that she would ever go back to Russia?
I don't know what she's gonna do. But at this point, I don't even care. I just wish that these next couple of days will pass and we can just forget about this little chapter of our lives, and we could take the name of Brittany Grant or a BG or whatever the heck she calls herself just out the news and not ever let it be mentioned again. I don't think that people need to talk about it and keep it and putting it in the mainstream media like this is such a good and wonderful thing and keep on giving it legs. Let it die.
Well, Brother Mark, I think she's not going to go back over there. But I fully agree with him. He said Biden should have got 2 for 1. Meaning Biden should have brought both of them home, not just one person home.
Especially since he's been sitting there longer for something that even he says that he did not do. You know, compared to the woman who actually really did do something and admitted to it.
And I was even shocked this morning as soon as I saw it on the news. I'm like, what?
I didn't think
she had 10 years.
Yeah, seriously, I
went from 10 years to negotiate.
Seriously, I didn't believe that they was going to negotiate her deal. I didn't think they was going to do it. But they did it, so they fooled me.
If I was the president, I never would have done nothing. If I was president, I never would have done anything. If you would have broke some laws of someone else's country, you would have sat right there for 9 years.
Well, Dennis Rodman went to get her also, but they wouldn't give her up to Dennis Rodman.
And Dennis Rodman is behind down too.
So
What?
I guess he waited around election time, close to election time, to show the people he's gonna bring her home.
Well, it is what it is. Well, let me ask you guys a question. So now that she's home, and I'm kind of leaning toward what Roosevelt said, why didn't we get the person that represented the country first, military-wise, even if he was a spy? Wouldn't that make more sense first? I'm with Roosevelt on that.
Exactly right.
That's
I would say so.
I
Because he's
agree.
been sitting there longer.
It makes sense.
right.
And he's a Marine, which means or something that he's a hero, and he actually sacrificed to serve this country. What has she done? She hasn't done anything. She hasn't done anything noteworthy except throw a ball through a hoop. Now, I'm not trying to say, looking at it on the other side, because a friend of mine always telling me that I stick too much to one side. I need to sometimes see the other side. So, okay, this is the other side. I'm not trying to say that maybe you shouldn't, of course, maybe no one should be locked up for little small petty crimes like that in another country and treated brutally in a foreign country. Maybe no one should. But at the same time, right, that too. Especially if you ain't hurt nobody, because if you're going to smoke weed or hash or whatever oil or whatever it is, I mean, at least you're doing it to yourself. You're not doing it to anybody else. So no one should have to sit there for, that long, for a nonviolent offense in another country. But yet at the same time, I feel that whenever the country negotiates something, maybe they need to go in and get the person who was there or who was already there and who's been trying to get home.
Exactly. They should have brought our veterans home.
Or do 2 for 1.
I agree 100%.
If he was a stronger president, he should have done it.
I agree.
But he didn't do it because he was only interested in
my whole take on it. Shalom, guys.
How you doing? Welcome
My
aboard.
take on DP.
Go ahead.
My whole take on it is that there should have been a 2 for 1 or a 3 for 1 deal where we had our people come home, period, point blank. But to trade and one-on-one, that's not a fair shake. It's no gain, and I believe that we're going to have some. We may have to pay for this, unfortunately, because they released this man that was a terrorist in his own right, allegedly. Because so Brittany should have come home, and Mr. Whalen, our veterans should have been home, period. They should have brought him home. They shouldn't have left him there.
Well, can I ask you guys a question?
That's
He's thinking he's never going to get out.
Hold it,
That's
Roosevelt.
what he's thinking now. He's thinking that
But
he's
look how he's
never
up in age. Well,
Tell the
you know
truth.
what?
And
You
shame
know
the
how
devil.
that
Hey,
makes you feel
hey.
as a
Tell the
veteran
truth.
to have.
And
All right,
shame.
y'all going to hold up. You got to follow the moderator now. Y'all can't take over now. Let y'all talk. Now, man, I need to ask a question. Let's get some order back in the house. Let's reel it back in. Okay, question. Somebody asked a question. No, I'm just saying, somebody asked a question. Why didn't President Trump in 2018 didn't get him out, negotiate for him to get out? That's what somebody posed a question inside the messenger.
He had his own agenda, allegedly. I don't know. I think he had his own agenda going on, and he was going through his own stuff, allegedly. I think.
Okay, well.
I'm just saying.
Okay, people.
That I cannot answer.
872-299-0808, 872-297-6389. Call in. We got about a half an hour left that we want to talk about Brittany. And want to talk about this. Y'all made some fascinating points. One, this particular Marine soldier, somebody said he was a spy, but if he was a spy, he was spying for America. He definitely wasn't spying for Russia as well. So wouldn't it be
If
wise?
he was a spy, guess what? We wouldn't even know. We wouldn't even know. If he was a spy, a real spy, we wouldn't even know. I'm just saying.
Well,
I'm just saying.
all right. Well, this is what we're
If
going.
he was a real alleged spy, we would not. We would know.
Sister, we got to talk in turn then, baby. We ain't freestyling today. We got to have a little order in the house today, little order, because we ain't got nothing but a little hour. Can't be on for about an hour. So, all right, let me read some of the questions in here. What are statements? That's a shame when you ask questions why President Trump didn't get this prisoner out in 2018. You hear nothing but crickets. But when President Biden do something, he gets criticized. All right, Roosevelt, answer that question. What's a statement? What do you got to say about that?
Wow.
Well, the thing is, I feel, when it comes down to Trump, like the other sister who's on the line also said, that I guess Trump was into his own agenda, even though I believe that he should get, since it did happen originally under Trump's watch, that, Trump should have fought harder to release him. But yet at the same time, all of us, especially all of us in the Black community, certain things, we know what Trump is on. But, when it comes down to Biden always said that he was going to be better and all that other kind of stuff. But, still, I would have to say almost even worse than Trump. So, it's harder to take, at least for me, when somebody who claims to be better is not any better. So therefore, I would criticize him much more harshly than I ever would Trump, because Trump is like, what to expect from that.
Mm.
Well, can I intervene on that?
Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead.
I'm gonna say this. They all tell lies. They all tell lies to get in the office. Once they tell us these lies, they don't hold up to none of their agreements. Nobody.
Mm.
They getting there for a paycheck.
Mm.
Oh, right is right, wrong is wrong. But Trump should have got him out. He should have, since it was under his watch. So I blame both of them. I'm not just gonna point the finger at Biden. I'm gonna point the finger at both of them.
Okay. Well, let's read what Faye Parker said. Faye said, well, that question Martin just asked, Kid said you to come up with a decent answer why Trump didn't free Ham, but it sounds like the first two columns need to go back and watch CNN from this morning until night, because they interview everyone that's in, let me open it up. Hold on. Open it up, see what's seeing tonight. And that lady called, and you will get caught up on that other guy that wasn't free yet. So my thing is, one is a military and one is a soldier and one is an athlete. Now, who better would serve this country? The one that entertains or the one that protects? I'm just asking the question.
The one that protects.
Mm.
The one that protects the country, the soldier.
And not the athlete.
Right.
We the athlete, where they at?
Make it make sense. That's common sense.
Yeah.
I think beyond incensed, because the man should not have been over there all the time. He should not have been over there all the time. I believe there should have been something more to help free him. I understand that our politicians have their agendas, but at the cost of our people, one is embarrassing and shameful, and that's just like, in a sense, like airing your laundry, your dirty laundry, and letting the world know that you don't care about your own people. So, and only because there was a little bit of publicity on Ms. Griner, to me, still unacceptable. Because if you guys don't know what we go through in the military, you don't know what we go through and some of the things that we have to deal with on a regular basis. I mean, really. You know, it's not just getting up, eating breakfast, taking a shower, go to work, and all of that other stuff. No, it's far more than what you all, you know, have any idea what we deal with. And again, if that man was an alleged spy, allegedly, we wouldn't know. I'm just going to say it like that. We would not.
Are you a veteran?
Yes, sir.
Oh, okay. Wonderful.
Yes, sir.
Wonderful.
So that's how I know. That's how I know
Okay.
why I said what I said.
I figured that.
If, you know, if he was that allegedly, you wouldn't know, and there wouldn't be no talk about it.
Okay.
So he deserves to be home more than anything and anyone. Mr. Whaley should have been home. Period. A long time ago. Period. And things like that makes you more incensed about your own home.
Mm-hmm.
Come on now, they're treating him like worse than the people that's crossing the border.
Wow.
You know,
feeling some type of way right now.
I feel some type of way too, because that's basically like treating him like, you know, like he's one of the melanonated people that trying to come from the South border. You know what I mean? I'm not saying that's right, but I'm just using it as a right, because it's basically, it seems like the country is allegedly appears to be disowning him. How can you go and get this one person and not look out for the other? Come on now, that's a package deal.
Well, someone
Because
said
this other guy, what they've done is, go ahead.
someone said that he had got a dishonorable discharge as well too.
Well, he ain't no spy, hello. But I've never heard of that. But what does it matter? It doesn't matter. He's still a U.S. born citizen, allegedly, I think.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, you got to be a U.S. citizen if he was in the military.
Not necessarily.
Okay. Martin, both of your callers need to educate. Hold on, listen, guys. Martin, both of your callers need to educate themselves in politics. The man has been charged by Russian as a spy, and it's their protocol to negotiate his release. Okay.
I know that.
Say how to call in, Martin. Say how to call in, Martin.
Call in, caller. Linda, call in. 872-299-0808. Call in, Linda. Call in. Again, 872-299-0808 or 872-297-6389. Call in, Linda. We'll be happy to have you and educate some of us, those of us that don't know about politics. I'll be happy to listen to you.
Hello.
All right, somebody's calling in, so that might be her. Give her a minute, and I'll bring her right on in. But before she comes in, I'm going to read this. Okay, why don't anyone them run for the next president job since they have all the answers? The people are working in silence for this country's sake. We get released, then we run for president. All right, new caller.
I wouldn't want to run for president of this evil country.
Yeah, hold on, doctor.
Right.
I got to do. Listen, I need y'all to lower yourself and let me get this new caller real quick. Hey, how you doing? What's your name, ma'am? Hello.
Linda Harper Williams.
All right, Linda, come educate us.
Linda Harper Williams.
Okay, Linda, do me a favor. Make sure your Facebook is turned all the way off or down, and do not have us on speakerphone, so it won't be no echo on this end. Take it off the speakerphone. Turn your Facebook down to turn it off. Okay, because it's going to repeat. Okay, go ahead, Linda. Come and educate us now. We want to hear what you have to say.
the Marine that's over there in Russia.
Okay.
Okay, once he was kept as a spy, then Russia did the protocol to keep him there because of their laws, and Trump knew what that protocol was. Trump had a relationship with Putin. Trump didn't try to get him out. So for them to say that Biden is not doing anything, Biden's been working on getting that man released before Brittany went over there. Putin is playing hardball because he needs a pawn, because his plans with Trump didn't work because Trump didn't get reelected. So he doesn't have the power. He doesn't have the power on the United States that he wants to have, because we know that Trump wanted to be a dictator just like Putin is. So Putin is playing hardball since he didn't get his way. They know who Brittany Griner is. She's been playing over there for 8 years. That's where she makes her money, because the WNBA doesn't get paid here well. And for them to say she's not doing anything but hoop and fall, she's a college graduate. She's done her education. She's an American citizen. So she made a mistake. We got mistakes being made here every day, right here in the United States, against our own people, our own race.
Well, can I ask you a question?
To say she's not doing nothing but bouncing the ball.
Can I ask you a question? Did the other guy make a mistake too as well?
He made a mistake.
Oh, okay.
Just listen to this. Every crime that's committed out of the country has a different protocol by that country. Just like the other day, what was Indonesia says, if you shack or live together and you're not married, or you have sex and you're not married, you're going to jail for 5 years. That's what their country came up with their dictatorship this week. So we don't know how Russia is claiming this man as a spy for what they feel is in fear for their country. Now, the prisoner that they got in trade for Brittany, this is an assassinator. He sells weapons. They wanted him back because that gives Russia power. They're in a war. So that's why they're playing hardball. And they don't want this man to come back to the United States. But to belittle Brittany's skills, she's an educated woman. She went to college. Her job is basketball. Okay? I don't know why in a country, if it was me, I'm packing my luggage, anything that's got to do with marijuana would have been in the garbage. But you know what happened? She got too comfortable because that's where she goes. She's got dual citizenship. They know her. She had no idea that morning at the airport she was going to be the political pawn for Russia, for Putin, power, leverage from the United States.
Oh, and
I agree.
Linda.
I agree.
The man that's there, he knows why he's there. He was careless in whatever he was doing when they considered him a spy. And in foreign countries, if they consider you a spy, the time, the treatment, and the charge is going to be more traumatic for you to get released.
Okay.
Trump didn't try because Trump was on something else with Russia to give him some power for dictatorship. But don't knock this down that she ain't doing nothing but bouncing a ball. She had to train and get skilled and stuff. She had to work just as hard for that as anybody else works to have a successful career. I hate that any prisoners are out of this country in another country, but we have to look at responsibility and co-responsibility. Yeah, Brittany should be her responsible. This is going to change her whole life, her whole career. We don't know what she's going to do. But the man that's over there, that you all know that the White House called his family before Brittany was released to tell them he wouldn't be coming home. They called them first before it hit the news. So everything was orchestrated via Biden and Putin. But Putin got the bigger hand in it because it's his country. He has a dictator.
Okay. Hold it right there.
Woman down. I'm glad she's home.
Hold it right there.
Okay.
Hold it right there. Got a new caller. Hey, new caller. This is Live Uncut Unedited. Where you calling from? 6532.
Washington calling from Norfolk, Virginia.
All right, James Washington. What you have to say about this? I'll send you in the chat. What do you have to say about this, James?
Oh yeah,
I'm listening.
Well, I'm glad they released Brittany, and I think we should release the other guy too, whoever this Paul guy is.
Okay. Well, let me ask you a question. And I'm asking, I'm asking you guys a question. Now, do we release an athlete or we release a person that was fighting for the country, even if he was a spy or got charged as a spy. He's a military armed man. So, I mean,
Well, I think the athlete.
go ahead. You
Well,
said,
the swamp that they had should be done.
hold on, people. We want to be respectful. I'm gonna let you guys talk. I'm talking to this brother. Then I'm gonna go down.
Cut me off. Don't cut me off.
Go ahead, brother James. Go ahead. Go ahead,
Yes,
bro.
sir. I think the athlete is more important.
Okay, why you say that? Tell me why you say that, brother
well,
James.
she was in the WNBA. She was involved in that, and she just got caught with a little thing of weed or something. I mean, it shouldn't have been a big deal about that, you know. But white people get caught with more than that, and they get through.
Okay.
Mm.
All right. Next question.
Martin, can I say?
You're 73. Go ahead. 73, 44. Go ahead. Let me hold on.
Okay.
Before you start talking. Hold on. Before you start talking. The question is,
Hmm?
who you think was more important to get, the athlete or the dishonorable discharged soldier? Which one was more important that we should have gotten released? That's all I'm asking. That's all I'm asking. Go ahead. You can talk. Go ahead, my sister. Go ahead.
Both of them are important. Both of them are important to be released.
But I asked the
Both of them
question.
are important to be released. In a
yeah.
negotiation,
I didn't say they wasn't
it was
important.
important for both of them to be released. Both of them, it was important for both of them to be released, and it was being negotiated for both of them to be released. That's what the negotiations took so long. They've been working on negotiations for both of them to be released.
Okay.
But Russia would not go for releasing the Marine. The Biden administration has been negotiating for both of them. Biden wanted 2 for 1 because of the malice of this man that they wanted back. He said it was worth 2 of them because this is an assassin. But they wouldn't go for releasing the Marine because of the spy charges.
Mm. And you
So
know
both
this.
of them are Americans. Both deserve to.
And where did
They
you
both
get
deserve to be home.
where did you get this information from? That they was both. I'm asking you, sister, where did you get
This
this
started
information?
being talked about. Negotiation for him had been being talked about ever since Biden's been in office. So when they got Brittany, since Russia wanted this assassin back, the Biden administration wanted to negotiate for both of them, get a 2 for 1 because of the treacherousness of this man that they wanted back. Putin wouldn't go for it. So that's why they called this man's family before Brittany was released to let them know Paul wouldn't be coming home. They tried. They got to go back to the drawing board to see what they got to do to get this other man home.
Okay. Now I'm asking you again. Where did you get this information from that they did? You know, is it this information about what you're telling us as far as they negotiate? I'm just asking.
From research and watching what Biden's administration does in Congress when they have their staff meetings and stuff and they talk about this stuff, it's public knowledge. You can find out what the negotiations are they're doing with Congress because we're all voting Americans. We can find out information. I do research.
Okay.
I do research.
So you saying you got this information
And
from?
plus, my granddaughter plays
No.
for WNBA. My granddaughter plays for WNBA.
Okay. I'm just asking. I
So
mean,
it's not about all lives. All lives are important. I don't think any American should be submitted to the treatment in another country. I also think that Americans should be very careful when they go to other countries about laws. Brittany is guilty. Yes, she is. She was tried and convicted. Yes, she is. But Putin would rather free her and keep the one that's been delegated as a spy. Why? I don't know. Only Biden and Putin know what his final deal will be.
okay.
But it's all political. It's all politics.
Okay. I want to say something, and no disrespect. Y'all heard this term called fake news? A lot of this information that they're feeding us is not accurate. Trust me, people. And it's not gospel. It's not gospel.
Yes.
I just want to say this I just want to say, no disrespect to nobody belief and all that, is not gospel. It's news. It's news. It's not gospel. It's not written in stone. Right.
37 years.
Right. Right. So I just want to throw that out there because Trump really exposed them when he said fake news. They like that. Well, we've been on the fake news because we always get lied on as black people. They always lie on us anyway. So, all right. I'm going
I
to.
also saw one episode on the news on YouTube too, where there was a news reporter, and it appears that he was over in Lebanon or Afghanistan or something like that. And then he was delivering his news bit, and then I think this happened in July, and this was some years ago, 2010 or something like that. It's on that was fake news as well. It's on YouTube, and I guess he forgot that the camera was still rolling, and then they pulled away the green screen, they exposed the green screen and pulled his little hat off and a giant industrial fan and everything. Yeah, that was fake news. That was fake news.
Well, I don't look at YouTube as a source for getting accurate information regarding the political realm, because if you want to get what's really going on, you can go to the White House website, and you can see information from what's going on there. They'll tell us what they want us to know. But with these negotiations, they really wanted 3 for 1. They wanted 3 for 1. But you have to remember, in politics, the power is in the person who got the prisoners we're trying to get. Putin has the power. I don't know how his mind works, what his mind is on, but all Americans over there that have been charged, they should be coming home, because it's not to the multitude of what they're saying happened. But we can't navigate that. Putin is the one in control of that.
Okay.
And they've been trying to get 3 for 1, not 3 for 1.
But that's the first time I heard that 3 for 1.
Putin got the power.
Okay.
Yeah, that was. I think one of your people commented on that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they tried to make a deal for both of them, but they didn't. They wanted 3 guys released for the 2. Yeah.
Okay. Hold that thought right there,
So
right there.
They wanted.
Hold that
Who
thought.
else is over there?
Yeah, hold that thought, sister. I want to hear from Roosevelt. Roosevelt, 3268. Come on, Roosevelt, make this comment. Roosevelt, I need you to comment on.
Well, on what?
Hold on now, Roosevelt. This is what I need you to comment on. The statement saying that which one
Yes,
was more important to you to be released. I think I asked you this question earlier.
Right. I didn't say anything when you asked that question, because I think from what I said, I think my stance is already.
Okay.
My whole, it's the Marine. That's the one who's the most important, because that's the one who sacrificed actually for this country. And so what if he was a spy? Because if he was a spy, I'm pretty sure maybe he was spying for them, or or whatever it is. I think a Marine has much more importance than just an athlete. Because the only thing that they do is just entertain or whatever, and just make money just to enrich themselves. They haven't sacrificed anything like other normal people and everything have.
But they are normal people.
I mean, when I say normal, not like they're not like one of us. In other words,
They're human beings just like us, and the athletic part is their job. Like the garbage man, that's his job. The politician, that's his job. The school teacher, that's their job. They're just like us.
But the school teacher not making all of the money, it don't have all the notoriety, it don't get all of the praise and the accolades and the adulation like athletes do.
But it's not about praise and adulation. This is about somebody being charged with a crime in another country, regardless of their title, regardless of their status, regardless of their career. They've been charged with a crime in a foreign country. They have to deal with whatever the outcome of is what they're charged with. I don't know how Russia determines whether it was cannabis or whether it was a spy. So if he's a dishonorable discharged Marine, how do they know who he was spying for? He might have been spying for another country, not the United States. How do we know? We don't know what Russia has built up as far as his charges. But there's got to be something heavy, because he's been over there for a long time. and they're still holding him. So maybe he wasn't spying for the United States. Maybe he was spying for another country. Maybe that's what their charges are. I'm not saying that's what he did. We don't know what Russia has on the books for him.
Right.
We're not going to get to a point of dictating because he was an athlete, because he was a Marine, that one is more important than the other. All of them are important.
Well, I'm just saying.
But in foreign countries, you have.
Well, let me just say this. Because a person is accused of being a certain thing or doing a certain thing doesn't mean that they're guilty of it, period. I mean, you know, a foreign country can accuse you. Right. Well, I'm just saying.
Accused them and they kept.
Right. Right. So.
Now, the one they let come home, what was it, earlier this year? They exchanged him for another guy, but he was able to come home. He wasn't looking too good because he had lost a lot of weight, so they got him home. We don't know what those negotiations were, but that's one they got home this year. Then they got Brittany home, but this guy here, Paul, I don't know what they got on the books for him because for some reason they holding him tight.
Well, someone
And I
said.
get a feeling once all of this is over, I believe that Biden is not gonna. I believe Biden is gonna forget about him. I really do.
Well,
No.
Faye, let me say this. Let me say this for you guys, and I'll let you guys talk. Faye Parker said in the message that the Marine mother of the CNN told him he didn't. He did wrong this morning. Go back and watch CNN instead of making and going by what you heard. So that's, I hope I'm reading it correctly, what they said. So I mean, it's a legitimate question. Everybody's human and things like that. But and I tell you one thing, Russia asked for a certain man though, the arms dealer. This guy was the arms dealer, and they're in war too. So hey,
He's an assassin. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That was a Marine they released back in April. That was a Marine that was in Russia.
Mm-hmm.
So they got that Marine out.
Okay.
That was this year. So Biden is not doing anything because all of this was going on while Trump was in office. He didn't get nobody out. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So let's give Biden. He got one Marine out. He got Brittany out. So I don't think he's going to forget about Paul because he's been working on him. He tried to get Paul out when he got the other guy out earlier this year.
Okay. Yeah. All right. Well, my dear sister, 9433. Go ahead, my sister. 9433, your last four digits.
Well, I have four cousins, and my baby daddy also served for this country. So, I mean, like you said, Linda, because listening is a skill. I don't think he's going to forget about him, but I think he needs to work a little bit more harder on getting the man home. Because if you look in his face this morning, he looked very disappointed. Very disappointed.
Well, I'm sure he was, but his family and him they were notified that he wasn't coming home. My daughter served this country. My daughter's a veteran. So I have much, much respect for anyone who serves this country. My dad served this country. And all of them should be treated with respect, especially when they get back home, they should be treated with respect and financial support and any kind of support they need because they've given up their lives to fight for us to have our freedom. So I really believe in that. But you got to go back to basics. Why are they holding this man so hard? What do they have on the books to keep holding him? And they got another one out. They could have let him go when they let the other guy go in April. What do they have on the books for him? We're talking about international politics. I'm not versed on what they do or what happens or how. All I know is Russia is in a war, and they're going to try to do anything to negotiate or hold back whatever kind of deals can be made with the United States. But I go back to what I said earlier. Trump didn't do nothing. Biden got one out in April, a Marine out. He got Brittany out now. So let's just give him that benefit to see if he can negotiate some more with Putin, the dictator, because Putin's a dictator. So let's not just throw him under the bus and say he's going to fight him and not do anything. I'm going to take him at his word that he's going to keep fighting. He's not going to forget about it.
Okay.
Because he's gotten two out.
That's okay. Hold it right there, people. All right, I said an hour. This is an hour. I'm gonna give you these are close the comments. I'm gonna start with my first caller all the way down. When I unmute you, you know it's your turn to talk. So I'm finna mute everybody, and you got 2 minutes to talk. Say whatever you want to say. Go ahead, my dear sister, 9433. You got 2 minutes to talk about the subject, and that's it for today. Go ahead. Go ahead, my sister.
I just want to say, huh?
Go talk. I'm listening to you.
Hello?
I'm here. Go ahead.
Oh, I just wanted to see Paul come home. That's all I got to say, Martin.
Say it again. I missed it.
I just want to see the Marine come home.
Okay.
He has been over there too long.
Okay. All right. I'm finna mute you. Unmute the next person. Okay. I just unmuted you, caller. You heard it. Your turn to talk. You got 2 minutes. Caller.
Are you talking to me?
Yes, I just unmuted you. I'm talking to you. Go ahead. You got 2 minutes.
Oh,
It's closing
okay,
remarks.
What I want to do is let's have faith in the system. It's worked for two. I'm going to give the Biden administration the benefit of the doubt to work through to get Paul home, because he deserves to be home. He served our country. He deserves to be free. But let's just wait and let the system work. It's worked for two. I'm going to put my faith in and say it's going to work for him too.
Okay. That's it?
And that's it.
Okay, thank you. I'm finna mute you. Hold on. All right. I'm finna unmute you, caller 5045. Go ahead. You have 2 minutes. Final comments. Caller 5045. Caller. Oh, well, don't worry about it. Oh, no, they're not going in here. Hold on. I'll go to the next caller. Hey, caller, you have 2 minutes. This is the final comments. So let's hear what you have to say.
Is that mine?
Yeah, that's yours. Go ahead. You 7344.
Okay.
Go
I
ahead.
didn't know you was talking to me because you didn't call out my last.
Okay, 73.
Yeah, first of all,
Go ahead.
Thank you for having all of us on with this, topic. I'm a little bit fired up and everything for my show and everything that I'm about to do and release tomorrow. And thank you for everything that you do for the community and here on YouTube. I love your program. And I have to say, justice for Paul, Whelan, and most of all, I'm not paying attention to what the rest of the fake crowd has to say. I don't listen to anything anyone has to say. I'm going to pay attention to what you do. So until he does it, to me, he's lied. So, the only time that I'm going to say that he's going to tell the truth and that I can take him at his word is when he actually does for once.
Okay. That's it. That's it, Roosevelt. All right. I guess that's it. Let me go to the next person. Hold on. Somebody said something. What you say, caller? Hold on.
I was just saying, wow.
Okay. Did I let you talk? I didn't let you talk. Did I let you talk? Yeah, I let you talk.
No, something happened with the phone.
Oh, yeah, because I kept calling you. Okay. All right, go ahead, talk. 5045. Go. You got 2 minutes. Final words.
Well, I agree with the previous two callers, and I just want all of our people to be home, safe, sound, and hoping that the government continues to push and get Mr. Whelan back home, and also that our government and or politicians that they do better for us U.S. citizens, and that's all.
Okay. Thank you. And put you back on mute. Going to the next caller. All right, caller 7344. You are live, uncut, unedited. This is the final 2 minutes. So what do you want to say?
First of all, thank you, Martin, for highlighting this on your live. it's important for us to communicate as people, so
Mm-hmm.
we can all learn from each other. Even though your caller, the male caller, was very angry and upset that Brittany was released rather than Paul, but both of them are Americans, so we got one out, okay? So we have to just wait and pray, and hopefully this administration will give us the freedom for Paul. We got two, we can get another one. So let's not just throw this administration under the bus because they have done something. We had someone that didn't do anything, so we have one there we have one that's doing something. So let's just keep some faith and push to get Paul home, because it can happen.
Okay.
And thank you for this platform.
Thank you. Thank you for calling in. Where are you calling from, by the way?
Chicago,
Okay.
Illinois.
Okay. All right. Thank you. I'm gonna put you on mute and go to the next.
Southside.
South Side. All right. Hold on. All right. I'm gonna put you on mute. All right. All right. My last caller, my out of town 6532 is the last 4 digits. Let's hear what you have. You got your final 2 minutes. All right. Caller 6532. Are you there? Caller. This is my out of town person. She must have got off the phone or something. All right. Well, if not, that's it. This is live, uncut, unedited. I appreciate everybody for tuning in. Thank you so much. I want to thank my YouTube family. I want to thank my Facebook family. I want to thank all those that came in the messenger. I see Dr. Sanders. She was in the message. She came on. Thank you, Roosevelt. Thank you, all of my guests that was on the panel. Appreciate it. At least we can disagree, but no one cuss no one out. We got a little passionate, but that's always a wonderful thing. We're learning from each other. We're seeing things from a different angle. I appreciate you. This is live, uncut, unedited. I've been at it all day. People a little tired in my body, but I had to come on. I like to be consistent. Most of the time, I do come on around 8. But today, I had a little delay. Something was going on, so I had to come on when I was ready. So I appreciate you guys for tuning in. This is live, uncut. Good night. Good night.
Live,
good night.
Uncut, unedited. Live, uncut, unedited. Live, uncut, unedited. Live,
Good night.
uncut,
Good night. Good night. Good night.
unedited.
Good night. Good night.
Live.
Good night, everybody. Good night. Good night. Good night. End the stream.